bell button so you get notified whenever we post a new video. So today on Let's Talk, we continue to talk about children, and our focus was the decision, the choice to either have or not have children. And as we noticed, we were actually we actually talked more on child-free people, child-free by choice, and I got quite a number of feedback from people and the thoughts about the same. And one thing that we can all agree on is that child-free people are so much negatively judged, and they feel they really feel I don't know how to put it, but it's hurtful, when people question your choice, and most people label them as narcissists or selfish. So remember on the last episode, I asked about people to leave their comments or thoughts, and the people who are actually child free by choice, and they wouldn't want to talk about it with people, or they wouldn't want to come out. They don't feel it's the right time to come out. So one person who asked me to remain anonymous posed a question and told me to ask you, the viewers, about the same. So he said, between a person who has chosen to be child free and the other person who is having a child as a retirement plan. So I asked, what's like a retirement plan? What's that? He said, people who are having children so that the children will take care of them in their old age. So who is more selfish between the two? So that was a question to me, but now it is also a question to you, the viewers. Between these two people, mwenye anapata mtoto ndio mtoto wa mchunge in his or her old age, and the other person who has chosen not to have a child of their own, who is more selfish between these two people? So this topic is so interesting and controversial, and also very broad. I know I might not I might not talk about everything that entails the topic, and that's why I was asking you guys to actually give comments, share your thoughts about this thing that we're talking about. Wewe mwenye uliamua to have children, what is your reason for having children? Na wewe mwenye ulisema wewe hutaki watoto of your own, what was your reason, or what is your reason to make that decision? So I came to realize that again, this issue of being child free is not only among the ladies or among the women. There are men also who have decided not to have children of their own. So last time we were making fun of how most child-free people say they don't want human children. They'd rather have pets and animals. And we were talking about people with the white chihuahuas, who the white chihuahuas they call snowy, and some snowy at our kai snowy. So that was just on a light note. That was on a light note, but still, it's funny. So a lot of most people who are actually coming to my DM, they do not want to expose their identities, and the comments they were leaving. Actually, I would have loved that they made the comments public. Sorry. that they made the comments public, so at least it would be more interesting and people would get into the talk and all that. So one thing they complained about is that most people feel they are selfish, and so that was the reason why they asked. Now, um, if you ask people who have chosen to have children their reason for having children, most of them will say they want at their old age or in their old age they would want their children to take care of them. So that's like using the children as a retirement plan. And the people who have chosen to be child free feel that that is being selfish. The same way, the people who have chosen to have children feel it is selfish not to have children, or because you as an individual, you're living. Uh, you wouldn't want another person or another child or now a child to also live this life that you live. So it's like being selfish to not give back. So Apple, unajua, it's something that when you start down, you want to get to the point. So you can't really come into a common ground. So the comments, some comments I got is like I might read some of them. Uh, a lot of parents aren't really parents, even though they have children. Yeah. So this like, yes, you have a child or you have children, but you have abandoned the children. You're not taking care of your children as you're supposed to. You're not giving your children all that is good for them or all that is necessary. You're not doing much as a parent to them. So wewe ni mzazi tu kwa jina. Yeah. uh, then another, having children is a personal choice and nobody's business but yours. Yeah. So you should not be pressured. If you've decided you want to have children, have children. Yes. If you've decided not to have children, don't have children. So you don't have to like, it is your personal choice. I should not question your personal choice. You should not question my personal choice. If it makes you happy, be happy. If it makes you unhappy, do something about it. Find happiness. And someone also said, I adore children, but I do not want to have any of my own. Yeah. The people, like I said on the very first episode, I said that there are people who are not comfortable around small children. I have had friends wenye wananiambia mimi bana, mimi siwezi beba mtoto mdogo. Mtoto lazima afike like 3 or more years, then I'll be comfortable around that child. So I think because of a child of 3 years is very playful, have fun to be around, you know. So this comment is about mwenye yeye anapenda watoto lakini hataki kukuwa na mtoto wake mwenyewe. So and that is his choice and or her choice. Yeah. And they say someone said that most people view child-free people as miserable and bitter. So they are asking, bitter about what? Miserable about what? If it is a choice that they have made not to have children, why should they be bitter? Ushaisikia, there are situations, maybe it's out of anger or probably out of anger, wazazi watu wawili wakikosana and one is a parent, one has a child or children and the other doesn't. Utasikia huyo ako na wivu juu hana mtoto. huyu akona hasira mingi juu ana mtoto. It's common thing, it's a common phrase that we've had. So now the question is, if it is your personal choice not to have children, how would you be miserable or bitter? Why would you be? So maybe instances of, if you or if I have a health issue or a health problem that is not allowing me to have children, and now I'm questioning about my existence or about things happening to me, maybe you'd say I'm bitter, or I would say someone is bitter because it is something they desire but they don't get it. Yeah. So sijui hii issue ni ngumu. Now, you as a person who have chosen to have children, what's your reason for having children? Is it because you want to fulfill the God's command of go ye into the world, multiply and fill the earth, or you want to have someone who will take care of you in your old age? Now, when we talk of like that now, like a fallback plan in your old age, there's a lot of unfortunately, by any chance, we've seen situations where our parents have lost children. Yeah, pole zangu, but again, it's something that can happen. So if your main focus was to have children so that they can take care of you in your old age, and unfortunately these children die before you get old, what would you do, or what would you say? Don't misunderstand the question. Inaweza, kuna watu wanakerwa na vitu ndogo or some hard truths, but these are things that happen and these are things that we can talk about. We need to talk about. What if you lose this child or these children before your old age? So if you want to have children and it is your choice to have children, it should be unquestionable. And if you do not want to have children of your own and it is your personal choice, again, you should not be questioned, because kila mtu akona life yake. Everybody life has to continue. And someone said that now imagine your body. Actually, this comment was from a lady, that the reason why she wouldn't want to have children, among other reasons, was, imagine, I'm using the exact words, imagine your body, your choice, your life, your path. I don't know how to put it simply, but I'm just reading it from how she wrote it. So this issue of children, it should be a personal choice. Again, now we would talk about people who have health issues, who are not able to have children because of their health. So this is someone who actually desires to have children, but they cannot have children. So the other option would be to either get a donor or adopt a child. All these options are there. Then one person also said, there's no need to have there's no need to have children you cannot take care of, or there's no need of having children that you will choose to abandon. That is selfish. Yeah. So a lot of comments were coming in, so I just chose a few of them uh, that we'll talk about. And I guess this topic has been an interesting one, though I know we've not tackled everything, but we tried our best on what we can. But I just wish that you would make all your comments public, uh, so at least we can interact and see. So again, one last parting shot. There is no one way to be a man or to be a woman. So isikuwe like issue ya mtoto ama kukuwa na mtoto ama kutokuwa na mtoto ndio ikuwe determinant like uh, you're now a complete human, you are a complete man, you are a complete woman. Until next time, see you on Let's Talk.